Okimia Ichigo, yahoo! Oh, hold on. I hear double of myself. Where is it coming from? Chotomatte. I hear 3 of myself now. Okay. Here we go. Konnichiwa. Let me know if this sounds... Can you guys hear me? I hope so. Let me know. Ohayo kusan. Oh wait, cousin. Okay, I was like Ohayo kusan. I was like Okusan? Ohayo cousin. Nice girl emoji. Hi Vtuber. Hi Young. You from Europe too? Yeah, the Christmas VGM is still here because my Christmas tree is still up. Oh, before I forget, I had to mess with my mic settings. I bought a like mic mixer that mixes things in live, and I'm not sure how good it is yet. So I have the TV on outside pretty loud. So if you guys hear anything get picked up, let me know. It should be fine, I guess, but if you guys hear any, I don't know, noises outside, it's the TV. Let me know if you hear it so I can, I don't know. I forgot the word. Troubleshoot? I don't know. Mess with the filtering, I guess. But yeah, nice emoji by your name, Hypersonic. I remember it being the Cyclops. I don't know why it's the frowny face now. Okusan? Yeah, Okusan's wife. Hello. Easy full with soul. Wait, are you black? Are you black? Do you have souls? That way you're trying to detect the amount of soul that I have? Can you feel it through the screen? It's because it's a new month now? Oh, I guess so. I'm not sure what to make that emoji yet, so if you have another emoji you want it to be, let me know. I'll regret this forever. No, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it here. Okay, I have coffee. My ADHD is so bad. But yeah, how is everybody? It's been a second, but I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah. Oh no, go to bed in a moody, it's okay. I have coffee V. I wanted to do an update stream because I haven't streamed in forever, and I wanted to explain why I've been gone. Because I made a YouTube post about it, but I felt like that was... I mean, I kind of purposely left it vague because I didn't want to have a yap session in the YouTube post when I could just talk about it much easier. Anyways, I don't know, where do I want to start? There's not much to talk about, nothing too big. I've just been busy, but I have been working on like 3 different YouTube videos. They're not very impressive, but I've been working on them. So I hope you all are excited to see them. I was having tech issues with the encoding of one, so one of them has taken way longer than it really should have. And they're a bit outdated now because it's taken me so long to post them. But, I'm working on them. What is that one you never posted? I need to post it still. I haven't been on my computer much. Sick for a week. Do you have the vid? The 19? I hope you feel better, Solar. Oh, let me know if you guys can hear my keyboard as well, because for some reason my filters changed and I can hear my keyboard kind of loudly. Or it was very loudly until I fixed it. I don't know what happened. All my filters got like reset again, but I think I fixed it now. But I'm still not sure if it will pick up like me screaming or laughing or whispering. For some reason all of those are seen as like the same thing in the mic world. I don't know how I want to jump into my topics. I make it sound scarier than it is. Look what a cute dark-skinned creature you are. Thank you, Maya. Happy Black History. What? Ishi, I know you know I love this job, right? The mod job? I do. That I do. You're like a strawberry Oreo. That's a new one. Thank you. Limited edition strawberry Oreo. I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad you're not suffering. I like the M. Okay, N. Wait, what is the M? It's just that I like the M. Okay, and I like my meat well done. Okay, reasonable, reasonable. My ADHD is so bad. Made a mistake on the keyword array. Okay, my bad, Maya. It's okay, this is a safe space. I have my waist beads on again. I keep fidgeting with them. I put them on again recently. English is hard. Is it your first language or second? Because I still fuck up English all the time. You'll hear it now, seems fine. The keyboard? I'm glad. I'm on duty. Let me piece together what I would like to talk about. I want to talk about... I already talked about how I'm working on some videos. I wanted to talk about how busy I've been and also my health update. I guess. Bad at every language I speak. Oh, it's okay, me too. Safe spaces don't exist, remember what Arthur said? There are no safe spaces, we have to make people strong and brave. Okay, so my memory is really bad, my brain's really foggy. But, wait, actually, I'm just gonna use my YouTube post as a guideline for what I want to talk about because I didn't go that into depth about it. What the fuck? I forgot that YouTube automatically opens shorts now. So music just like blasted through my bedroom. Okay, first of all, you call me an idiot. Wait, is this a kink? Actually, I always say I'm not a tsundere, but whenever I look at like how I write myself in the ex-listeners, it's kind of tsundere-ish, but I don't think I am still. He's not permabanned, he's permabanned from the server. Makeup or hotness? Wait, what would make it hotness? I found it charming. I'm glad you find me charming, Maya. Okay, so I guess I'll go in chronological order as I usually do because I'm autistic. First of all, there's no bad news. I have neutral news. I have neutral news because I don't know what the problem is yet. But I'm not gonna... There's no, like, cancer diagnosis announcement coming right now, to my knowledge. So don't worry. Don't get your boxers in a bunch, alright? It's so-called artistic freedom. I was actually produced with these lines on my face, yes. You have cancer announcement. His offense again? His offense was just like multiple rule breakings. You're right, dear. I'm okay, Maya. Don't worry. Okay, so my health update. So I finally I switched doctors. Oh, thank you, Maya. Welcome. I switched doctors. Doctors. In like fall, I think. And so my new doctor has been really nice to me. And they move very quickly, so everything is being, I guess, addressed very promptly. Hold on, I guess I should put a text on the screen. Hi Russia, привет, Tiki. Health update discussion? I just moved something off the screen and I don't know what it was. Where does this go? There's so much pink on the screen, bro. Everything's pink and purple and green. It all blends in together. This is all my fault. Congrats on 2.2k subs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I meant to say thank you. Thank you for 2.26k subs. Thank you, Berrydroids. I need to be able to use the sniffs emoji here. You're right, I should replace some of the emojis. It's a top priority. Remind me later and I'll fix it on the stream so you can use it. I ate a lot of cake, my vision became that color too. Yeah. I keep like filling myself with sugar too much. Jesus Christ. Wait, why can Twitch use these emojis? It's not fair. I want the YouTube emojis to come through. Yeah, it only lets me do 4 emojis. I think it's like if I have more tiers, I can add more emojis or something. I don't know. There was like a way to unlock more emojis, which is kind of strange. Hi Chico, hi chat, hi Pomag. Okay, so my new doctor has been very cool. Has been very cool. They can get me in to be like everything that needs to be done, they get it done in like a month at most. For the most part. Compared to my old doctor who still hasn't returned my phone calls. Only mod on duty? Yeah. It's pretty tame though. The Berrydroids behave. So anyway, so all of January I have been to the hospital where my specialists are at. About once a week and sometimes twice a week. I'm there pretty often because they wanted to run a lot of tests. So school has started and that has taken my time. But I also am taking 3 classes this semester, to my knowledge, unless I need more, but I'm still kind of confused on that. But I'm taking less classes this semester, so ideally I can focus on content creation, but I haven't had time this month to do that, but hopefully later I'll be able to. But I'm not as frazzled and stressed as I might have been if I was taking a freakish amount of classes. But anyways, so I've been getting all sorts of tests done on me the past few months. So I had 2 EEGs, and then they did a heart ultrasound, and they pumped air in my heart, and that they said it wasn't gonna hurt. Bro, wait, first they pumped it in my vein, and then they pumped it into my heart, and they said it wouldn't hurt, bro. That shit hurt so bad. That did not feel good. It felt so weird. Never put air in your heart, bro. Never do that. But anyways, and then my veins were too small to put the IV in, so they had to get a baby vein specialist from the hospital. And he came in, he was like, I do IVs on newborn babies all the time. And then they used this big machine to find my veins because my veins were too little. And then they put a needle in there that hurt really bad, and they numbed out my arm and used a plastic needle that's used on newborns to give me an IV. That test, I actually don't know what that test was for. I just know it was a heart ultrasound. But, so I visited a neurologist, and then I visited a cardiologist. Or I guess I'm still visiting them. I see both of them quite frequently. So right now I'm working with them, and then they're gonna deliver what they find back to my main doctor. So my neurologist is trying to figure out if I'm having seizures or just convulsive syncope. And then my cardiologist is trying to narrow down. They're basically just both crossing off any things, ruling out problems, I guess, to try and find what the problem is, because they both have to work together because my symptoms are so bizarre. But anyways, so I've been doing a lot of tests with them, and then so I'm trying not to spoil what happened the other day. I guess it's not a spoiler. So I was diagnosed with a new kind of syncope, which is vasovagal syncope. Which basically means that my body overreacts to standing up and stuff. I think veins shouldn't have air. Yes, I brought up that concern while I was laying on the table, but they said if it's just a little bit of air, it's okay. Your veins can have a little bit of air as a treat. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if I stand up or do, I don't know, move around, my body overreacts to it, and my blood pressure drops too low. Lower than usual, and then it doesn't pick itself back up so that I don't get dizzy. It just stays low. and moves very slowly. On top of just having low blood pressure, hypotension in general. And then, I don't know how to pronounce this. Let me look it up again. We can test my keyboard. I don't know how to read this. I still can't. I should know how to spell this. And then I was diagnosed with dysautonomia, which is a nervous system disorder that disrupts autonomic body processes. Which is, we can hear the keyboard, but is it like super loud? I'm tapping my keys now. I don't mind if you guys can hear it a lot, I just don't want it to be like freakishly loud. Because my mic is on top of my keyboard. Oh, I have coffee here, let me sip it. My coffee turned out good today, which is a huge feat because it usually tastes like burnt shit. It tastes so bad all the time. I always make it wrong, but today it tastes good. It's not loud. Okay, good. You know. Alright, so I was diagnosed with DID, dysautonomia. And this is actually, it makes me very happy because it basically is a diagnosis for all of my little silly issues that I have. Because previously it was all being looked at separately. And took, I don't know, I saw a lot of doctors when I was younger and none of them diagnosed me with this, so I'm very happy that I was diagnosed with this so promptly. But also I'm mad because it took a long time for my other doctors, but I was diagnosed with that. I don't know too much about it yet, so I wish I could give a little summary of it, but I'm still researching it on my own. But it has helped me because I was lucky to be able to find like little community posts where people talk about like things they do to make it better when they have this disorder. Another thing is that my cardiologist told me that I can start doing light cardio again to try and train my body to be able to stand for longer periods of time. So I've been going to the gym like 2 to 3 times a week to walk with a mask on up a hill for a long time, or like on an incline, I guess. And that's been going well. I haven't like passed out from that yet. So that's cool. At least for what we knew at the time. And then she told me I should be just pounding electrolyte drinks daily, because I was like, yeah, I drink them before I do any, like before I go outside. If I'm gonna be walking, I drink them. She was like, no, you have to pound that shit every day, and you need to be taking salt tablets. And I was like, okay. So there's that, but she doesn't know if I'll be able to sprint and do track and field again. But now that we know that this is an issue I've had my whole life, and I was still an athlete just with this problem undiagnosed, that makes me kind of a badass. That I was training normally with with these problems. But I am kind of stubborn. It's hard not to like overwork myself. Especially at the gym. It's the former athlete in me makes it hard not to like be like, yeah, I need to be sore as fuck and I need to not be able to walk at all. That means that the workout was good. It's hard not to do that. You're always a badass, thank you. I try. So this is what I was diagnosed with 2 weeks ago, I think, or like 3. And she was like, I know what your problem is. Your problem is hypotension. And she was like, we could do this other test, but I don't think that you need it because I know that you have hypotension. So we were trying to figure out if I had POTS or just this other stuff. And she was like, I don't think you need this test, but if you want to do it, we can, but I already know your face tracking seems a lot more reactive than usual. Did you upgrade something? Thank you for noticing. I think I did. I actually noticed that when I logged in today, or what the fuck, logged in. Got on my computer today. I noticed that, but I don't remember what it was that I did. I'm not sure what it is, but I did something. I just don't remember what it was or when I did it, but thank you. Or actually, I know what it is. I have braids right now. I got braids because I was tired of washing my hair in the shower, so I got braids to make it easier on me. So I don't have bangs right now. My full face isn't covered by my giant poofy hair. So that might be what it is. What was I saying? My brain is so foggy right now. Anyways, so she was like, I don't think you have POTS because POTS means that your heart rate goes up too much. My gosh, bald VTuber. Cool sticker gif. I've thought of adding a subtle glow effect to those two things on your model. I actually want to add a glow to my eyes, but I think I know how. I just haven't been not lazy enough to do that. But I have considered it. Let me know if anything I say doesn't make sense. But also things have been moving very fast in my medical world at the moment. There's a shadow. I am. This little glow mixed with yellow would be cool. I actually, one of my like prototype designs was more like blue and stuff, cyan. So my cardiologist was like, I am certain that hypotension is your issue because your blood pressure is the problem, not your heart. And she was like, but if you want to go and do the tilt table test, then we can do that just to rule out POTS. And then she said, you're going to faint, and it seems kind of cruel to do because I'm 99% sure that your problem is just hypotension and syncope. I don't think that you have POTS. But she was like, but you can if you want to. And I was like, I would just like to 100% rule out any other routes, right? Prototype reveal. I think I did it on my 100 Berrydroids special. I showed my other drawing, my other like the sketches of my prototype. And like I think there was another design I was actually supposed to debut with, but then I saw a Pinterest photo of like a hoodie with plaid, and the plaid was so charming to me that I sent it to my model designer, and I was like, add this, I want this changed extremely last minute. And that's why I have plaid on me now. So I was like, I want to do the tilt table test just to rule it out. So this test was supposed to be incredibly like simple. The other tests were like kind of complex. This was supposed to be like the test that was like kind of finishing up all these cardio tests and finishing like complete like crossing off POTS, I guess. We were all pretty certain on what was gonna happen during it. No, it's okay. It's hard to remember things from 4 years ago. So to my knowledge, and I'm sorry if anyone in here is like a nurse or something and I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but what I was told is that like they measure your vitals and stuff. You're laying down and then they sit you up at like a 60 or 70 degree angle, so you're basically standing, and then they monitor what changes and what makes you dizzy. And so this test was either going to make it certain that I just have hypotension and it's just my blood pressure being too low, or that I have POTS and my heart beats too fast when I stand. Either of those. And we were pretty certain it was the blood pressure. So now I'm going to describe in detail what happened that day. So I fainted, right? That was kind of expected. But so I went in. I'm in the room, pretty boring test. They hooked me up. I was very fortunate that this happened while I was hooked up in a hospital, so they can see what happened. I already know what happened, but I gotta reveal this shit very dramatically, okay? Because I think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of funny to picture what happened when I was knocked out in that room. So the test starts normally. I'm laying down. They're like, don't fall asleep, don't talk, we're just gonna measure how you are when you're relaxed. And they put an IV in. And then, we were talking kind of casually before the test started, and I was like, yeah, we're just trying to decide if I have hypotension or POTS. We're pretty sure it's just hypotension. So then they sit me up, and it's all fine and good. And I'm like, wow, like, I at first I was like, I'm probably not even gonna faint, because nothing ever happens when the doctor's watching. It's kind of like a joke in the chronically ill community that, like, when you finally get tested, you just can't recreate the problem. But we were able to recreate the problem, I guess. And so they told me, tell us when you feel anything is off, so we can like document it on the EKG, whatever, the machine. I was like, okay. I was up for about like 4 minutes, I think, or maybe even 3. And then I was like, I feel nauseous, and then like immediately after I was like, I'm lightheaded, and then my vision started to go away. And I slumped over, and I was apparently out for like 2 minutes. And we were all on the same page when I got there. I was like, yeah, we're gonna find out if it's hypotension or if it's POTS. Pretty easy, right? We just look at the machine and find out what it is. And I woke up as they were leaning me back down, and I hear like a machine going off and beeping like crazy. And the nurses were trying to trying to wake me up really frantically, which weirded me out because I was like, bro, what's the big deal? Like, this is what this test does, right? I was kind of weirded out that they were so panicked that I fainted in the test that makes you faint. Because the goal is that you faint and they see what happens. So I was like, why are we so freaked out, right? It's just fainting. And they were like trying to wake me up. I opened my eyes a little bit, but I was still like too weak to speak. And they were like, no, keep your eyes open. Hey. They're like clapping. They're like, Ichigo, wake up! Wake up! I was like, what is the problem, dude? What happened? And they were like a little freaked out for people who, I don't know, make people faint all day. And I was like, what did I say? I'm trying to remember because I was still foggy. They were like, you passed out there for like 2 minutes. I was like, cool. That was my first word. And I was like, so, I was like, is it POTS or hypotension? I felt like whenever there's like some like shitty Lifetime movie and like a woman is getting like an ultrasound and they're like asking about the baby and the nurse is looking at the machine, looking at a dead baby, and they're just trying to like respond normally and not tell her that the baby is dead. That's what I felt like in the way that people were acting. That might sound like a weird comparison, but that was the vibes in the room, right? So I was like, so is it POTS or hypotension? Did my blood pressure drop or did my heart rate go up? And they were like, the guy said, oh, I'm not educated enough to answer that question. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? What did the numbers do? It's great to hear your voice. It's time to go to work. Oh, have fun at work. I'll finish watching the recording later. Hugs. Bye, Pomon. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I can't stop spilling shit on me, bro. I've spilt this cup on me like 3 times a day. Anywho. So I was like, I was like, so which is it? They were like, I'm not educated enough to answer that. And they were like, they were really panicked and stuff. I'm trying to remember what else happened, but then one of them was like, your heart rate dropped from 120 beats per minute to 40 beats per minute in the span of 1 minute. And they were like nervous as hell. I was like, oh, and at first I didn't realize what the problem was. And then I realized that that wasn't supposed to happen at all. Like, they were, like, they set me up, either my blood pressure was supposed to go down and they would just start an IV, or my heart rate was supposed to spike and they'd be like, oh, she has POTS. It was supposed to go up to like 180, 170. So what happened was, they were expecting either of those things, they sat me up, and then all of a sudden my heart rate just plummeted. And then the machine started beeping like crazy. And then they sat me up, and that's why they were so panicked. They were like, oh my god, wake up, wake up. That wasn't supposed to happen at all. Nobody expected that to happen, and nobody knows why that happened either. Yeah, that's not very good. That's not very good at all. And I was like, why didn't you guys start the IV? And they were like, because the IV wasn't gonna help. So, I like to think about what happened during those 2 minutes that I was out, as they watched my heart rate plummet and not come back up. And they were very worried about me driving myself back home, and they told me not to even shower alone. The reason I bring this up is because for tests like this, if that's a concern, they just tell you to bring somebody with you. I don't think they were expecting that to happen. And then they were like, okay, so does that usually happen when you faint? I was like, I don't know. Usually when I faint, my blood pressure is low. And they were like, yeah, your blood pressure didn't change at all. It was your heart that dropped really fast. I was like, okay, that's weird. Because I was always told it was my blood pressure. And they were like, okay, well, luckily your cardiologist is gonna look at this test today. So, the problem with that is that that's not, to my knowledge, that's not POTS or hypotension. That's neither of those. So I got diagnosed with hypotension and syncope, and then there's another problem that debunks both of those things. So basically, because the heart dropped, to my knowledge, like, the IV isn't gonna help, the salt isn't gonna help, the electrolytes aren't gonna help that either. That is a heart problem. But it's not POTS, which is weird. So I feel as if the search has started over a little bit. Because the nurses didn't know what the hell happened and I didn't know what the hell happened. So I'm waiting on a call back from my doctor. But it's... Now I'm like kind of confused because my doctor gave me all that like advice with the concept of it being purely a blood pressure issue. And now I don't know what kind of issue it is. But I just think it's funny because the test wasn't supposed to, it was just supposed to be like, okay, yeah, it's your blood pressure. And maybe POTS, but probably not. And now it's like, it's neither. It's neither of those things. So I'm not sure if that was just like a fluke. Maybe they'll have me do it again so they can see if they can recreate it. But oh, it sucked. It didn't feel very good, but I've been kind of like weak and groggy ever since. Which is fine. But I'm not sure if I should be like glad that it happened during the test, or if I should be like grumpy that it points us in a different direction than what we originally thought. Though luckily my doctor gets things done very quickly, so I'll probably hear back about it soon. But yeah, it was kind of weird, kind of strange. Not sure why my body did that. But hopefully it will, I don't know, point us in a direction? Oh yeah, and then I was like, So it's either POTS or hypotension, right? I was like, does that rule anything out? Because that's what it was supposed to do, right? And the nurse said, it doesn't rule anything out. It rules a lot of things in. I was like, uh-oh. What does that mean? That's not what was supposed to happen here at all. It was supposed to choose between, or help us choose between one or the other. Not rule a lot of things in. But, fingers crossed, we find some sort of answer. Anyways, now I have a heart monitor on again. And it's making my boobie itch really bad. Oh yeah! So many people saw my boobs this month. I really don't like that. I think like 8 people at the hospital have seen my boobs on like 3 different instances. And the first one was they had to hook a bunch of, I don't know, a bunch of bullshit on my body. And they were like, I said, can't I just cover my boobs with my hand? Because I don't wear bras. I hate bras a lot, actually. I was like, can I just cover my boobies with my hands? They said, no. They have to be out. I was like, okay. After the test, I don't think they had to be out at all, but... yeah, I had to flash like 8 people, and then they couldn't... it wasn't working because nothing ever works with my body. So they had to call more people in to come adjust it. And then someone walked in on accident when they were out. And then for the heart ultrasound, because unfortunately my heart is behind the boob, they had to just like fondle the shit out of it. And then for the test, I had to actually, what was I think I was in a gown. I don't remember at all. But they had to attach more stuff around my boobs as well. But it's okay, I guess, because it was mainly women that saw them. And I think one time one of my male doctors had to see my butthole, and I didn't like that very much at all. But then I got knocked the fuck out with some, like, laughing gas, so I guess it wasn't that bad. Hi, Paperworks! Don't be scared, don't be scared. With context, it becomes okay. I want to play Roblox, but I'm kind of mad at Roblox a lot, actually. But yeah, so I'm still learning about the diagnoses I got. Some of them might be invalid now, but yeah, I haven't heard back from them yet. I do have to make like a shit ton of calls because I had some callbacks from my other doctor that I missed. But I wanted to keep everyone updated because it's such a complicated problem. I just burped. That I wanted to explain it on live because I don't even know if I'd be able to type everything out. So to my knowledge it's fine. But I have no idea what to say the possible problem would be. Because apparently the nurse didn't even know. But it's okay. No frowny faces. But yeah, I've just been at home. I think my new school schedule is helping a lot since I only go to school 3 days a week now. And I get to rest on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I was off yesterday because after I got a doctor's note from the hospital. But yeah, I have a heart monitor, and then I have to wear that for a bit. So now they're worried about my heart, which they weren't worried about previously before. I think that's everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Though that would explain why sometimes like salt and electrolytes doesn't seem to do a whole lot for me. Not sure. Should we Google it right now? I'm not. Does anybody know somebody who's like the people that like Google their symptoms and then they like believe that they have like all of the things that Google shows as a possible illness, and then they start like freaking out about it? I'm not one of those people, but I've been around those people before. I think I googled what if a 40 beats per minute is bad. My friend does that. It sucks, bro. 40 BPM heart rate. I know, it's so vague. It's a vague thing to look up. To my knowledge, it's pretty low. But I'm not a doctor. Anyways, hopefully I haven't spread any misinformation on here. I don't think I did. I think I was pretty, I don't know, touchy? I didn't really dive too much into the scientifics of things, so I think I'm okay. But yeah, I wanted to update you guys, and I don't think I have any more appointments in February that much, so I should have more time. You're a bear and it's a torpor. Torpor? I have an appointment next week, and actually, let me check. I just like forgot everything that's happening in the future. Okay, three appointments this month. Two next week, one the week after next. Play some Fortnite. I want to. I need to. Actually, I could probably still play on my laptop, but I don't think I can like re-upload my OBS settings to my laptop. It would still be on Streamlabs. I'm multitasking right now. I'm looking at things. Something just fell and I don't know what it was. Okay. Yeah, I need to. My next investment I want to do is to buy more storage for my PC. I am. Oh, I got a refund for that commission that never happened. It was really weird, but the person finally, they refunded me with no communication to me at all. They just didn't talk to me for like over a month and then just refunded me the commission money. Which is like, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to play games today. I do have to study, but my ADHD is so bad. And I was having like a hard time focusing, so I wanted to go live because I had been meaning to go live, giving an update for a while. I know, they're a pretty big person. That's why I was kind of confused. I have too many tabs open. Anyways, I'm debating if there's anything else I want to talk about. You don't have to, you don't want to. What, play a game or... I don't know, I think that was everything I wanted to say. My grandpa texted me. Game. I do want to game. I just have some chores I have to do. My grandpa asked me how I'm feeling. I cannot spell heart. I've misspelled heart 5 times. Oh my god. Monitor. Okay, I didn't want to leave him on red. I cannot. Okay, I can't think of anything else to say. I think I touched on everything I wanted to talk about. So yeah, no bad news I guess yet. It's kind of neutral news. because originally I wasn't even supposed to take the test in the first place. So we wouldn't have known it was a hard issue. So kind of good, kind of bad, I think. Neutral. Temperate. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I'm sorry I didn't post a lot in January. I started strong, I think, but then there was an appointment test that happened early January that threw me off really bad. Other than that, yeah, I think that's everything I want to say. I might play Roblox, I'm not sure. Can we praise the Lord that neither beer nor marijuana affects my blood pressure or my heart rate at all? Everybody say thank you, Jesus. Certain medications do though, but luckily I'm unmedicated and don't take medication. Thank you, Jiff. I need to commission some emojis. I have like 3. I keep looking through my tabs trying to find something. Thanks, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. It's okay, I don't take meds either. I have always like caused my nurses agony by not taking my meds. When I was in the hospital when I was younger, when I was 16 and like when I was 18, they would give me like blanket medication, like stuff that they just kind of throw at you without like knowing what the problem is, to kind of like put a blanket on the issue. And I would refuse to take it. I'd be like, no, because you guys aren't, because at the time my doctors were really shitty when I was younger. I was like, because you guys aren't doing anything. You guys don't even know what the problem is, and you're throwing this medication at me. And then what are you gonna do if the medication covers up the issue, and then you can't find out what the issue is? And they were like, please take your meds. I was like, no, I won't. I won't do it. I feel like I irritated them a lot. Thank you, Inamori. Thank you, Jesus, for weed and beer. But yeah, I'm excited to finish up the 3 videos I've been working on. There is one I was meaning to post, but I was waiting on that commission that never happened. So that one's kind of set back. I have like four things that should have been posted a month ago, but there was something holding each of them back. So they're all probably gonna be posted like at the same time. And 2 of them are kind of late, but I am working on them. So yeah, I'm making a little progress on each of them, but most of them are almost done. I think that's everything. I'm trying to think. Usually I have a little notepad of everything I want to talk about. Take your time, bro. Thank you. Some of them I can't take my time for because it'd be kind of ridiculous if I posted them later. I recorded a bullet journal video. It's very scuffed, but it's okay. And I finally fucked up the codex of the videos. Season 3 of Shinoko goes so fast. I forget that came out in like 2023. A bullet journal video. I need to record another one too, but I need to finish editing that one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's everything I want to address without repeating myself too much. But yeah, thank you guys for waiting for me. So long. Sorry for disappearing again. Season 2 before. Is season 3 the last season, or is there gonna be a season 4? Oh yeah, I had an insurance maintenance issue, but I'm too tired to complain about that. I think that's what I was thinking about. I think that's it. I'm gonna open Roblox and see if there's anything I want to do. I want to say what videos I'm working on, but I should probably keep that for the membership post. I forget members get an early heads up on what I'm posting. It's the least I can do. Statecraft Nations Political Simulator. Nurse Simulator. School Life Roleplay. I know I'm okay. I think I've talked all my jitters out. And I'm ready to face the horrors of reading. I did read it. I read a whole book. I've been trying to read more this year. So I read a whole book, probably in the span of like 3 days. It wasn't that long though. But bro, it was ass. I remember this shit being so peak when I was a kid. And I read it. I finally sat down and read the whole book. And it was not that good. And I think that the reviews agree with me. It made me grumpy, but I finally finished it. Unfortunately, there's 2 others in the trilogy that I need to start on. Because I'm curious if those ones are better. But the reviews on those aren't much better either. There's like one you can share. Oh, the clips. Iceberg clip. Anyways, yeah. I guess I'll just keep this stream an update stream. I'll keep it short. I could yap longer, but I don't want to yap myself out. I don't want to go though. I don't want to go. Hi Sente. A nice anime boy profile picture. Hold on, let me click it. Is it an anime boy? It is an anime boy. Oshiete. Alexander. Cool name. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to read. I don't have. Luckily, I went through the hell of being a freshman and sophomore. And I'm now a junior taking big girl classes. Actually, no, I'm still a sophomore for some reason. And I have like no homework at all. So, which is good. So I'm like a scholar. I just like read. I read a bunch. And I'm choosing not to purchase my textbook for my political theory class. So I just read whatever he says we're learning that week. And I take notes on it. And hopefully that doesn't screw me in the butt later. So technically there's no like deadline for me to read. I just have to read on my own motivation. I'll stay on the stream till my coffee is done. How's that? I want a beer so bad. I want a beer so bad. I haven't had any beer in like a week. I can't sigh. My mic doesn't pick it up. Oh yeah, what the fuck? I will start up anime club soon. I've just been trying to find the time to battle my Google Slides and to stream in general. Or not time, I guess. I'm trying to finish all my adulting tasks so I can stream. Go to bed now, and I'm Woody. I don't want to keep you awake because I don't know how long I'll stream. I could play FNAF Eternal Nights. Bro, there's a weird ass dress to impress thumbnail on my screen right now. Innovation Inc. has a submarine. What else? I probably shouldn't stream too long. I don't know. I haven't talked in a while. This is my first time talking in a long time. Aside from like singular words or sentences. I can't talk in there. I did the Roblox face what is it? Verification thing. And it said that I'm 18 to 20. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna crack open a super energy drink if I'm gonna be here for a bit. No, no, don't be here for a bit. The Russian mods will wake up in a second, probably. And I'm here. I can reel my chat in pretty well. I'm reading a third book in the Edelstein trilogy in German. Edelstein. Edelstein? Am I saying this right? So you can speak and read German? That's cool. I want to stay. I just don't know what to do. I'm at the stage in my life where I just have to constantly be drinking beer or something. I need to be like... Wait, I sound like an addict. I need to be high or drunk or both all the time. Or else life just gets boring. I'm kidding. I found a beer I really like recently. And I just feel so empty without it. Edel shit A-I-N. Edelstein? Edelstein? Yeah. Wait, when does the liquor store close though? Cause everything closes at 9 and 8 and 7. All the time. Thank you, nobody. Sleep well. Liquor store. Of course! Of course all the liquor stores are closed at 11 PM on a Saturday. You know, in Japan, if you wanted a beer, you could just go get a beer at any given time. And some dumplings, and some bulldog, and some noodles. And you could get, if you wanted a can opener, you could get that too. But in this backwards country, this backwards excuse of a democracy, they stop selling you alcohol at 8 PM on a Sunday. Cause apparently you can't drink beer at 8 PM on a Sunday, or at 11 PM on a Saturday, or at 10 PM on a Friday, and everything closes so early. But I think if America really is so great, you should be able to get a beer at any time of day. And you should also be able to drink and drive. You know, we used to be a good society. We used to be a good right country where you could just have a beer, get in your truck, crack open a beer after your 12-hour shift, and just get on the highway. You know? You know, some people still believe that. They still put that they still put that mindset into practice. Wait, I got Dollar Tree Bulldog, and it was so weird because it was like they used like shittier noodles for the Dollar Tree version. They use like traditional like mushy soggy ramen noodles. The more expensive Bulldog has like almost like stir fry noodles. They're more firm. I had like 800 different things I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember any of them at all. But I'm sure if I popped a gummy right now, all of a sudden I wouldn't be able to stop talking. What else do I want to say? There is a project I'm working on with somebody, but I don't want to reveal what it is. I guess I could go work on that. The state of Twitter ever since I started using Twitter again, I hate it. I hate it so much. It doesn't... It sucks so bad. Be cool or big? They're cool. They're cool, they're cool. He's cool, I should say. Ugh. I opened Twitter for some reason. I was trying to look at something. I'm just avoiding playing Roblox. I'm so mad at Roblox right now. I'll probably play it later though. Off stream, maybe? I don't know. I haven't been on my computer much recently. I have been journaling recently though, which is kind of fun. Hello Stas, privetiki. Kakila. Oh, I saw a new kind of goose the other day. I'd never seen this kind of goose IRL before. They were in the country and they had bumps on their heads. I forgot the name of that goose, but they were mixed, a lot of them, but they had bumps on their heads and they were so cute and polite. I was very happy. Do I want to turn on Roblox? I don't know. I've never had such a hard time deciding what I want to do on a stream before. And I want a burger so bad and everything's closed. Do you guys... It's cool. You're working with... let me think. Corpse Husband? Close, close. Hi, Terry. I left a review on a place I got food from recently. And I would like to share it with you guys. So I got pizza the other day. I got pickle pizza. And as I complained about earlier, everywhere closes at 6, 7, 8, and 9. Even on a weekend, everywhere is gonna be closed. And God forbid you work a late shift and you get off at like 8 p.m. Everywhere is closed. Your only options are like Quick Trip or like McDonald's. Yeah, pickle pizza. And the last time I dared to get a pizza, it was from a place called Minsky's. And Minsky's has the gall to call themselves the best pizza place in Kansas. Do not listen. This shit was so bad. I could not even put into words what the pizza, what my experience with it was like. And it was so bad that I had to email them. I sent them a picture and the manager said he has no idea what went wrong with the pizza. When I got the pizza, it was like $50 for like a pizza, and I think I got like some little like it was like Philly cheesesteak bites or something. It was... The pizza filled my house with the scent of like onions. And not in a good way. And it was in the fridge, and every time I opened the fridge, it would fill the house with the scent of onions again. I got a Philly cheesesteak pizza, and they put clumps of cream cheese under the cheese that was already on the pizza, so you would just bite into the pizza and get a mouthful of just busted cream cheese in your mouth. And you just had no choice but to swallow it like a good girl. Like, it was bad. It sucked. And it was disgusting. And on top of that, when the pizza was fresh, it took forever for them to make it, by the way. And when it was fresh, I put it in the oven to crisp it up a bit. And this shit, like, was full of water. Like, when it was in the oven, it leaked water, not oil, water, onto the tray. And there was, like, water sloshing around on the pizza. And it got, like, steamed. And you could see where the oil was in the water. So I knew it wasn't just, like, oil. It was water. And every time every time I like had to microwave the pizza, the same thing would happen. There would just be like water all over the plate when it was done. And the day that I got it, when I picked up the pizza off the like box, it was like stuck to the thing. There was like no crispiness in the crust at all. It was just like slop. It was literally slop for $50. I was so angry. I know. I think I did throw it away. It was really bad. So I emailed them and they gave me a refund, and luckily my next experience with the refund, they gave me like a credit, which is like whatever. I just wanted my money back, but they were like, well, you can just get more food later. I was like, alright. So they actually let me like round it up, and they covered like an appetizer, so I got like $56 worth of food later, and I didn't get any more pizza. I got like pretzel sticks and like mac and cheese and like some dessert. And it was pretty good. I guess pizza just isn't their thing. So this would be my second try with so far the best pizza I've had in this town is at the school cafeteria. Until I gave this new place a try, and I was shocked that the pizza was so yummy. So I'm gonna read my review of this pizza place that I left online. I hope you're all ready. I'm trying to learn how to speak and write English well. I want to learn it, and I'd appreciate if you could point out my mistakes. Sure thing. I'll be sure to point out all of your mistakes. I've been told that I'm hard to understand, so if you can understand me, you can understand everything. I'm ready. I'm so ready. 1 second, I gotta find it. I just closed the review on accident. Okay. I said, it is heartbreaking that a stoner can't get a pizza after 9 p.m. now. Unless you go to the most goated establishment. And I said the location's name. I had a traumatic experience with Minsky's Soggy Pizza and tried at this place. And despite the name sounding like a strip club, I got 2 pizzas for $11.99 and pickle sticks. And the total was $22. The person I spoke to on the phone was very kind and helped me order a cheeseburger pizza even though it wasn't on the menu. And I received my pizza and sticks. I was almost brought to tears. I've never enjoyed pizza and ranch so much. In fact, I hate ranch. But this brand's ranch is something else. I can't stop thinking about it. I wish I could eat it every day, but I know that it's not possible. God bless pizza establishment's name. Never go out of business. The hard-working American people deserve good quality pizza until 3 a.m. in the morning. It was so good. It was so good. And I was high when I ordered it too. I was like, yeah, I wanted the cheeseburger pizza, but it was removed from the menu. And the guy was like, I can just make it for you. I'll just comp it. I'll just make it anyway. Because I know what you're wanting. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. It was so good and I want it again, but I can't just be pounding the pizza. Because then I'll get big really fast. I was, but bro, it was so good. It was so good. And their ranch was so good. It was great. I have to burp so bad. I don't want to go. I have like no snacks at my house right now. I have a shit ton of goldfish and some cereal. And I have chicken marinating in the fridge. But like, that's just chicken. I have high metabolism. Lucky, lucky. I go through phases where like I can't eat very much, and then phases where like I just like can pound food at an insane pace. A Moist Critical is live. I forget he live streams often. Anywho. Yeah, I'm facing a tragedy in my house right now because every time I want a snack, there's just no snacks. Usually I'm a snack house and I always have something to snack on here. Sachimu? Or Sachi Uwu. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. It's been so long. But I also desperately need to fold my laundry. And like clean. I've been making good progress on like cleaning my my house. Or dare I say apartment. Because there's really little. But I've had like the same pile of boxes in my living room in the corner for like a long time. Ever since I moved in. And I'm finally... my aunt gave me a IKEA gift card of $400, so I went and got like some storage, like shelves and stuff. So my living room is finally looking like nice and stuff. And so it looks a little better now, and then I've gotten good at like cleaning up because I have a lot of boxes of just like bullshit. I have a lot of bullshit and I'm really sentimental about it, but then I just like keep it in a box. And that doesn't do anyone good at all. So I need to go through it and like organize it and stuff. But yeah, I guess before I leave, I'll say kinda entertaining videos coming soon. They might be pretty boring, but I'll do my best to figure out how to make them cooler as I go. I'm the same way. Yeah, there's like so much shit that I have that like it doesn't align with like what I picture like my ideal room to look like, but I like hang on to it because I'm like sentimental about it. This ain't boring. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's everything I want to say. Hopefully this stream cleared any, I don't know, worries or confusion or questions, I guess. And fingers crossed the next time I go live I have a beer. Or 2 or 3. But yeah. I'll see you guys later. You're pretty entertaining. I'm so glad. I feel like I've been pretty like mellowed out recently. I don't know. Cause I'm not like what is it? I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I feel like I'm not like constantly like thinking about things. It might just be like the marijuana consumption. But I feel like when I was, I guess like a month ago, I could just like talk and not stop because my ADHD was so bad. And now I'm just kind of like calmed down, I guess. I don't know. Not as unhinged. I don't know. It also depends on the day. It depends on what I'm doing. But I would think that because I've been gone for so long, I would have like a bunch of shit to talk about. But I've also just been like kind of locked in, I guess. I don't have much to talk about because I've just been editing and doing schoolwork. And lucky for me, I don't have any like weirdos in my class to give me interesting stories. But yeah, other than that, hopefully I'm not so boring later, but in the next streams, hopefully I'll have this schedule soon. I've been trying to, I guess, learn how to plan my days around my body, I guess, and my fatigue, so that if I don't feel good, I just kind of don't do anything much. So it's been hard to like make a schedule, because usually for my schedules, they're like a week in advance, and they're usually based on the sleep schedule I have the day that I make it, and I've learned that my natural sleep schedule just doesn't stay the same very long. So I've been trying to like decide if I want to just like stream whenever, or if I want to have like a schedule. Because the most I streamed was when it was like the beginning of the year, and I didn't have a schedule at all. And it was just going live at like 8 AM or like 12 PM. And playing Cloud Gardens. But yeah, I should be back to regular streaming soon. I've just been taking care of my shit and making sure, because my laundry piled up, so I'm making sure that it's folded and stuff. And of course, laundry never stops, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping up with all of my like habits that I should have before I stream, I guess. I'm kind of like microdosing myself with a new habit each week. So like my studies, my showering, tidying up a bit, doing like the laundry and the dishes, things like that. Making sure that I can like consistently do those before I stream, I guess. And it's been going well, I think. So that's what I've been doing. And fingers crossed I'll have a schedule. I will say, I'll post the survey for this year's boyfriend applications for Valentine's Day. I'm very excited. It feels like just yesterday. So get ready, because I'm pretty hyped. I'm not sure what else to do for the stream. I don't know if I should... The last time I made these little chocolate tarts, or I guess 2 years ago, I made little chocolate tarts in Japan. Aki's in here. He's being silly right now. Anyways, other than that, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for listening to me talk. Yeah, I don't want to go because it's fun to hang out with you guys, but I don't want to be paid just to sit here, so I'm gonna go to Japan. Me too. I'm hoping it's possible this year. You never know what will happen. Maybe we'll both go. Be safe, please. Thank you, Tyra. You be safe too. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll go study and stuff and do my laundry. But yeah, have a great rest of your days and nights, 24 hours. Hope you'll be able to leave here this year. Me too. I'm kind of like, do I just like max out a hospital bill for all my tests and just like get out of here? Or take out a loan? I'm kind of like, I feel like maybe the state of America as we know it won't exist for much longer, so I shouldn't really worry about that like that. Kind of a woke thing to say. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hi, Upper Furball. Thank you, Top Chatters, Hypersonic for reaching level 7, and Amori for reaching level 5, and Tyree for reaching level 5. Thank you. And thank you, Mods and Amori Ikari, for making sure everything goes smoothly. Actually, it's Sashimu. I made her German for some reason. Stachimu. Yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully soon. I do have a bit more errands to run, but I should be able to stream more this week. Hopefully maybe I'll have a schedule, I'm not sure. Other than that, I'll see you guys eventually later. No hiatus. I've just been busy, but yeah. I hope you guys have a great rest of your days and nights and 24 hours. I'm sorry, Upper. Thank you for coming anyways, though. Wait, I haven't finished my coffee yet. I put a peppermint Hershey Kiss in here because I thought it would be like cute. Like a cute winter moment, but it's just like melted at the bottom. Anyways, have a great rest of your days and nights, 24 hours. Thank you all for hanging out with me again. Thank you for 2.27k Berrydroids. Thank you. And I will see you guys eventually next week. Yeah, じゃあまたね. Bye bye. Thank you, Upper. I hope you're good as well. I don't wanna go. I'll pull myself away. Bye, Luigi. またね. Bye bye. Paka paka.